Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
TransTrem Thursday on January 4th, 2024. Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome in. We're going to have some fun tonight. And got a couple guys waiting. Let's see who we got. First one in, Mr. John DeShane.
Hey. Happy New Year, everyone.
I was trying to figure out if that's my radio voice or my game show host voice. We got another one. We got Mr. Signature Trev. Come on down. It is your turn to be on The Price is Right.
Come on down.
What is up, gentlemen? How you been?
Oh, good.
Getting back in the swing of things. It sucks.
Right?
Yeah. You still, what, about 80, 90% from your...
Yeah, we're exactly around there.
Yeah. I guess that's going around. I've been hearing a lot of people, having either a stomach flu or COVID or, real bad flu.
The thing is, though, is it's all weird stuff for me. Like every once in a while on this side here, my peripheral vision goes all like weirdo. And it goes away. And then all of a sudden I'll have pains, odd pains all over the place.
That's kind of strange.
Yep,
Sucks getting old, doesn't it?
it does.
Yep.
It does.
So, how's things in the new shack there, Trev? Finally settling
getting
in,
on all
feeling
right.
like home?
Getting on all right, man.
Yep. What's that on your what do you call it? A toque? What's it say?
West Coast guitars.
Oh, West Coast Guitars. All right, that's your music shop that you go to.
Right.
Right on. I almost wore my AC/DC shirt, but I opted for the Darth Vader
There you go. Can't go wrong with that.
little Star Wars action. Well, let's get over and let's see what we got going on over here. First and foremost, we're up over 50 some channel members, so we want to say thank you to all of our channel members that are helping to support the channel and the shows and making it so we can do what we can do, giveaways and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you so much for all your support. Channel membership is available. There's a link in the description, and there should be a join button over there under the video if you'd like to join up and help support us, what we're doing. Made an announcement that we're going to be giving a guitar away. Still haven't figured out the exact, kind of specifications for that. But I've got some other thoughts too, so some exciting stuff coming up. So
Deep thoughts.
keep tuned, and we'll have some more information on some of those giveaways. So it'll be coming up. It's coming up. All right, let's get over here and see who's in chat, shall we?
Who'd in the tat?
Who there? What was that from? Got to be an Adam Sandler or something. Who there? Some kind of movie. I remember him doing that. Let's see. We have first off channel member Rob Blackmore Official. Welcome in, Rob. Good to see you. Then followed up channel member Patty Dill is here, saying hello to Rob.
Here's Patty.
Saying hello to LU812. Number 7 of the thumbs up. Right on. I show 5 over there, so I probably need to refresh.
Yeah, it stopped doing it automatically
Yeah.
for some reason.
We got channel member Mr. BHB Jr. Bruce, who was on the panel with us the other day.
Bruce.
Good to see you in here, Bruce. We got Tim Thomas hanging out. Right on. We got channel member Randy Price. What's up, man? Let's see. We also have Blue Mox is here. Welcome in, sir.
buddy.
Saying good evening to everyone. Let's see. We've got Ryan Fraley's hanging out. Welcome in, sir.
What?
Got channel member Ferd Burful is here. Saying hey, y'all. Let's see. Who else is hanging out? There we go. We got channel member Grease at Monkey Guitars.
It can be no more greasy.
Channel member from down under, Miles, Six Fingered Assault, is hanging out.
Miles.
Welcome in, Miles. Always
Get
good
your
to see you.
broadband back. You had a
We've
big
got
old storm
Mr. Mick is here. Welcome in, sir. Mr. Mick is the one that coined us the OU crew, so shout out to Mr. Mick.
Yeah, that stuck.
It did stick. Let's see. We've got channel member Brian Mooney is here saying hello to all. Welcome in, sir. There he is. We got channel member Ed. Saying what's up,
Edward.
everyone. Check your Facebook post there, Ed. I left a little response on one of them. We got Wall of Cries hanging out. Welcome in, sir. We've got channel member Patrick Trites. Welcome in. Good to see you, sir. I think he was gifted one of the mini memberships that Mr. Boner Jams offered up the other day. So big shout out to Boner Jams and a big thank you once again for that. We've got All Dave All Night is here, channel member. Welcome in. Good to see you, sir.
Call me the doctor.
Got Time Surfing Alien is here with us. Right on. Let's see. Who else is here? There's a symmetry in the chat.
I know that.
Channel member Jimmy Biders hanging out with us. Welcome in, sir. We got channel member Hip Metalworks. Good to see you, Ken. Let's see who else is hanging out. Let's see. We got Tim Thomas already. We're gonna say hello again to him. Let's see who else is here. Scrolling. You guys are typing too much. Let's see. There he is. Fruitcake Tony is here, hanging out with us. Welcome in.
Cheers, T-Cake.
Missed a show on Tuesday due to some technical difficulties. I was all ready to get on my phone and watch Fruitcake Tony, and it's like, unfortunately, to some technical difficulties, there'll be no show tonight. I'm like, dang it. A lot of fun over there, so make sure you check the description. Fruitcake Tony's link is down there. Give him a visit. Let's see, who else is hanging out? We got Dan Gorman here. Welcome in, Dan. We've got Zach Thong is here. Hey, Ryan, Trev, and John. What is up, Zach?
Cheers, Zach.
We've got channel member William De Silva hanging out. Evening, you bunch of righteous and kick-ass mofos. Hope everyone's 2024 started out good. So far, so good, man. Same to you. Let's see, who else is hanging out? Missing anybody there, Trev?
I think you're pretty much got them all for now.
Yep. I'm nearing the ends here, scrolling down. There's one. Guitar Man 45, Bo. Bo, I may have some information to send you soon, so stay tuned, sir.
Right, huh?
I'm working on it.
You just a bloody encyclopedia here.
Right?
I got this, I got that.
I got this, I got that going. You know, you never know what's going to happen on this channel. Let's see. Did I get Randy Price? We're going to get him again.
Great playing the other day, Randy.
Absolutely. There's Mr. Stephen Franklin, channel member. Woo, what's up? Late but present. Man, you're right on time. Right on time. Our favorite fireman, Andy Carson, right behind him. I know what that's from. Let's see. Who else we got? Let's see. I believe there's another channel member, Bryce Regal. Just working while lurking. Well, lurk away, man. Lurk away.
Yeah, don't
At
work
least
too
you're
hard.
working and not doing something else.
And then we've got Gretch Zeppelin. Just did bust open and kick the door down. He's here.
Right on.
Gretchen.
So, want to welcome everybody in. Once again, a big shout out and thanks to everybody in the chat that's been supporting the channel. We've been growing and continue to grow, and we appreciate everybody's help with that. We, when I started the channel, it was kind of a friendly little competition, I thought, for myself to see if I could catch people. And, there were some channels that I caught and then passed and surpassed. And there was one channel that I was looking to catch up with because these guys were up there, and we're right there with them. So, not going to mention any names, but we're increasing in the sub count. We appreciate everybody that's sharing the channel and spreading the word with your friends. So, continue to do so. We appreciate it. We got Steve Brand just snuck in through the busted down door.
Hey,
Welcome
Steve.
in, Steve. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Anybody else miss? No, I think we're caught up. So, I was kind of wanting to talk about something since this is TransTrem Thursday. Anybody that's new in the channel that's lurking, it's not in the chat. We bust out a guitar with a TransTrem on it, play a couple riffs, talk about Steinbergers, the TransTrem, and that's kind of what TransTrem Thursday is all about. So I was kind of thinking this morning, just as an example, I'll play this little part from, everybody knows Summer Nights. The part where he goes, right? You know how great that sounds? I mean, that's like the favorite part of a lot of people,
Yeah.
when it drops down to that chord there. So that got me to thinking. I'm like, how was the thought process on that? Is there particular chords or key changes that sound really, really good to the ear? You know what I mean?
Intervals.
Intervals?
Yeah.
Is that what's doing that? Like
Steps between notes.
when you're playing between, or you're playing like over a chord progression,
Yeah.
and you hit that note of the chord that you've just changed to, it's like, oh, kind of an aha kind of sound. And it's so pleasing to the ear. So I'm like, is there some kind of, because, I don't read music. I don't know theory. I just know these notes sound good and go with that and kind of know where they are. So is there like a theory behind like a G goes best or is very pleasing to change to, an E, or a G change to an A, or you know what I'm talking about? How you kind of get that, man, that sounded really good.
Yeah.
Is there a formula to that?
Well, it's,
There's your
harmonic,
modes, right?
harmonic.
Your minor and major modes. But I think it's about the context as well, right? Because all he's doing there, where is he going? So he's just going from an A to a G. That's it. There's no formula there.
Well, it's technically a C to an A.
Whatever, but I think
yeah.
it's a 1-3 progression, I believe, is what it
Right.
is. So it's the most common thing on the face of the planet. But in the context of that,
Right.
that's the resolution, right? Mm-hmm. Bong gong, and then you're like, and then bam, he takes off again, right? So it's super powerful.
Right. So, I mean, could you technically sit down and write down different like chords that should go together like that and then come up with a context for it? I mean, would that be a way to come up with something that's really cool?
I mean, I know enough theory to get myself into problems, but
Right.
somebody who knows the circle of force.
Jeff H. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you. Jeff H. became a YouTube member. Appreciate that support, man.
That's what I said, Steve. Go fuck yourself.
Let's see. Is there anybody commenting on that? Let me scroll up a
Steve.
little bit.
That's why I told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Ryan says, it all is what sounds good. I can't explain it in Berkeley School of Music terms, but you know when you hear it, probably the best explanation is 1-4-5 chord progressions in that. Right. But I guess writing something just on guitar in general, but more so what I'm thinking of is for TransTrem.
Right.
You know, so is there, I mean, some kind of way that you could come up with, man, that sounds really good because you got like a deep note here and then it drops down to, you know, a different, like he's doing there. So, I mean, obviously I know that, you know, if you just go, you know, that sounds okay. But when you do it on the TransTrem, you know,
There's a certain novelty to it as well, right?
right?
Because you don't, it's most common two chords sandwiched together, but that little wow with the bar kind of makes you go, huh?
Yeah. So it kind of adds to it. So I guess it's just going to be something to play around with. Because I've been, you know, thinking of, you know, what can I do to, you know, write something with it. And unfortunately, what happens is I come down here and I end up just playing Van Halen riffs again because it's like, okay, it was cool when you did this, and then I start playing that song. You know, it's like I think he's written everything that you could write on a TransTrem.
He maxed it out.
Yeah, he's thanks, Ed. You used everything.
I'm done.
You know.
Yeah, I'm all done with it now.
Yeah,
You
so-
can have it back, Ned.
I don't know. I was just wondering, you know, if anybody in the chat or you guys, you know, had some kind of theory behind if you could map out something that should sound really good on paper and then try to do it like on a TransTrem. If
That's smart, right?
if it would be, you know, really cool. All right. Well, that didn't go far, did it?
Well, no, I think there's some comments in the chat. Isn't there?
So Steve says you're referring to tone resolution. There are changes that we as human beings enjoy more than others. Yeah, I understand that. But it's how do you figure out what those are? And does that go back to what?
You play them and you put some sort of happiness meter on yourself. Oh, I like that.
But does that go back to what you said, John? Is it's in the context? You know,
It is the context. I mean, Beatles,
that's-
they were the king of writing these fantastic songs with 4 chords, 4 or 5 chords. That was it. And it's all about the context and the melody and how they play off each other and
yeah.
that sort of thing. I'm just trying to think in the context of the TransTrem. Because the
I
thing that...
I saw something that was funny kind of in those lines. Is there was a picture on Facebook and it said the new what's his name? Ed Sheeran
Right.
that was-
model guitar, and it was like this big, and it only had like, you know, the 3 chords right up here by the 3 frets by the headstock. I think he even had a video where he himself said, "I play the same chords on every song that I do." You know, it's like what, you know, C, G, A, D, or whatever.
You got to throw a B in there too,
Right.
and an F sharp. But yeah.
Yeah, a little something to change it up. But yeah,
that's
so I
interesting.
guess it is, you know, context and melody and all that.
Well, take a listen to Get Up. right? I mean, that's two chords.
Yeah,
or
that's
three
right.
chords. Yeah, but I mean, it's the veracity and the drum beats and how he's pulling into it. It's a lot less defined. You're sliding around, right? It's a little more. I don't know if you almost say human, right? It's not like going from 1 2. It's like 1 and slide into 2.
A little more musical or pleasing to the ear, maybe, I guess. Let's see. Bruce says, you're talking music theory now, my friend, and stuff does belong together as such.
Right. Well, I'm looking at a little chart now, and there's like a major sixth chord progression is a 1 2 4 5. A major ninth is a 1 2 4 5 6.
See, I have no clue
Natural
what you're
minor
talking
triads.
about. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Is it?
Well, depending on
like
which. So if we go with, let's say
waltz or
D,
something?
because we love D's. She loves the D. And we go for a major ninth.
Goes for
Right.
the
So you go from a D major 9 to an
Oh,
E minor 9
she
to
wants
a D major 9.
9.
Right? To an A9 and then the last one's always, a minor 9. So anyways, I mean, there is some math to it, but that's what these people go to school to learn. Just barely figuring out.
Right.
But it doesn't always transpose. A lot of it has to do with your tonality and your context for the progression, right? This is how everybody playing the same 3 chords can make so many different songs, right? And everybody puts their own little kind of spin on it.
Yep. Did everybody catch that short that I did on the Kashmir?
I did
I
not.
did. It's good.
So that was something that I kind of figured out with context of a song. That kind of leads right into what we're talking about. Because I was down here and I was practicing, because it's a dadgad tuning. And I was practicing it. And I was like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. And I think that I've got it. But then I put on a backing track with the drums with it. And I'm like, whoa, that's messing with my mind. Because I know the chords, but it's a certain cadence that you have to have with them. Right. And then when I found that cadence, I was like, oh, whoa, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes a lot of sense what you're talking about, the context and how it's executed. Yeah, for sure.
And the same progression starting at different tones. You're starting a C versus starting in an F. But it may not mix quite as well at a different part of the scale.
Right.
And it's all subjective because ultimately everybody likes what they like. And
yeah. I think that progression on Kashmir, the last note is actually the first note that you're playing.
Yeah, it's the turnaround on it.
But it's further down,
the
so
octave, right?
it sounds completely different.
Yep.
And then you go back to the start point, and it's like, man, that just sounds great.
Yeah.
So I guess I just don't have the.
Well, it's even like the heavy guys, the guys that do heavy stuff. I mean, how many times have you heard? Well, where the drums come in and what the bass does,
right,
completely changes the feel of that. If you're right on top of it, or on the 1 and the 2, or the 3 and the 4,
it
totally changes it.
And I guess that kind of leads into a whole nother discussion of why different bands sound so different. Because you got a bass player that might do this kind of line with something, and it makes the song sound completely different. To what same thing a guitar player can be doing. And same thing, you might have, a drummer that does, a double bass on a certain part, and it just completely changes the complexity of the song. So,
drummer can
everything
make a big
all
change with
together.
the swing, the way they play. Watching that bassinet guy again on Beato do his drum tuning the other day. That guy's just ridiculous the way he can play and do his little timing, the weird stuff. It's not just the straightforward 4/4 stuff, but when you start throwing in the crazy. I mean, everybody could probably pull it off once, but to try and repeat it for 3 minutes,
it's like that new guy on drums there. He's I think he's some Balkan European. There, he's got the beard and skulls and everything. Guy's just a monster. He's got 4 independent things going all the time.
Yeah, Cliff, excellent example.
So definitely a theory to it, like Miles says. Let's see. Jeff has a question. When's the next time I could come up with Strat and join you guys a little? Usually on Sundays, man. We have it open for anybody to jump in.
Email in the description.
You got decent camera and some decent sound that doesn't echo back and all that, because that's a surefire way to get kicked out. Just ask Quentin.
I was just thinking of that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're not sure, you show up a little early and you can do a little troubleshooting in the green room.
Yeah. We got Alonzo here. He's saying, dude, I don't want to be E standard. I want to be C sharp. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. What else is happening in the chat here? Let's see. Ryan says it's much harder to write original music than learn someone else's. Yeah.
You think?
You know, but at the same time too, sometimes there's just a magic that happens. You know, you get a couple of guys together and you're jamming, and one guy hears something that another guy does that the guy that does it may not be thinking anything of it, and that guy's like, oh, do that again. You know, we wrote a lot of songs like that in the band that I was in. So sometimes it's just the magic of what happens in the moment. Somebody comes
absolutely.
in. Somebody
That's
comes
how
in
I've
with
always,
a riff. Yeah.
Yeah. Always
just
written like that with a drummer.
Just goes with it.
Typically.
Yeah. I know that there were times where, you know, we would have a really cool riff and we would jam on that for a while, and then we were like, okay, where do we go from here? You know, and it'd be like, okay, what sounds good with where we are here? And we would try this chord and like, nah. And then we would try another chord, you know, or something else, or maybe a little, you know, hit the, what do you call that? The octave.
Sure.
You know, hit like an octave kind of thing. And just sometimes you'd have to work at that, but a lot of the magic of the song just kind of happens, you know.
Well, and then you get the fancy chords, right? Somebody can throw in the C add 9 fancy chord over top of the other C kind of thing, right?
I think Quentin is going to be having a master class on the what is that, the A minor ninth or something like that?
Minor.
Yeah. I think the last time he was working on it, he was getting frustrated.
Jay's got a really good point.
There's Jay, 7/8, saying, hey, boys. Welcome in, sir. Let's see. I'm scrolling down. Hit Metalwork says the circle of fifths. I've looked at that circle, and I have no clue what it means. So,
Well, that's where you can get your ideas, and where you're sitting there thinking, well, okay, where can we go from here? There is a certain amount. You should spin that little wheel to the right spot, and it's going to tell you, well, you got this option, you have that option, you have this option. Give them a try, kind of thing. And a little less trial and error.
I don't know if anybody would do that or has done that, Trev.
yeah. Steve says many songs modulate keys in their outros, often raising by a semitone or a whole tone. TransTrem would certainly make that easy.
Yeah. How did that's Me Wise Magic is what that is, right?
For the intro of that.
Yeah. Because even at the very end, right? 44 M.
Was that his awesome comment you were talking about?
No. He's actually got
All right, I'll get there. Sometimes it's a chord that isn't in the parent key that has the greatest effect. I like throwing chords like D sharp into a song that's in A minor, for example.
So D sharp would be the third major third in.
So if you've got an A minor,
Yeah. So he's
which would be A minor. Let's see. So there's A minor, and then a D sharp.
that's what he's talking about there. Or no.
Or an E flat, right? Yeah, that adds some suspense kind of feel to something.
Holy smokes! Look who's in here. Tommy.
All right. Oh, really?
Great
Where's
to
he
see
at?
you.
There he is. Met Tom. Welcome in, sir. Good to see you, man. We've all been
he went to school
thinking
for all
about
this
you.
stuff. He knows. Good to see you, Tom.
Let's see. Let me get back over here. Let's see. Jeff H. says, music theory helped me stop memorizing shapes and patterns so much. These general rules apply to almost everything. I now memorize songs differently. Right on. Right. Steve says, I'm supposed to be fixing guitars, but if you send me the link, I'd love to get in on this convo. I can play some examples.
Oh, boy. He is a teacher, actually. Or I don't think he does it anymore, but
maybe on Sunday we'll get a little deeper into it with some of the show and tell kind of stuff. But thanks for the offer. Let's see. Rob wants to know, where can we fit an L sharp at?
I'm out.
I'm here. I'm just fucking with my camera angle.
All right, here's
That's much
Jay's
better,
comment.
Trev.
Says, funny.
Go ahead.
Funny thing is that a lot of the time, we as the listener spend more time analyzing than the person spent actually writing the music. Yeah,
100%.
and it's funny that you say that because there's one song that I have on the intro of these shows that John, as it was playing, he was like, "Man, I really like what you did there," and I'm like, "I don't know what I did there."
So then I learned it and I showed it to him.
Yeah, he had to teach it back to me because I couldn't remember what I did. But
That's a perfect example, right? Where is it here? Come on, give me some juice, somebody. I don't know, because my tuner's on. That part, right? Where did that come from? When you wrote it.
Yeah, it sounded good in the context. So, yeah. I still don't remember how to play it. And then I hit the octave there on the 12th fret on the E. Yeah. So, I mean, that was something that just came out of us jamming. You know, if you ask me, hey, what did you do there? And I'm like, I don't know.
I did ask you what you did there.
Yeah.
That was your answer.
So that's my point. And that
I think I was fucking around with it, and then you asked me, like, what are you playing there?
Yeah.
I think it's yours.
So that reinforces what Jay is saying here, is that sometimes it just comes out. We don't know what we did.
Yep.
Alonzo says, why don't you do a section where you react to songs or music videos? You know what? There's so many people doing that.
Reaction videos.
And, I thought about that, but, honestly, the reason that I wouldn't do that is because I would probably listen to it, and my taste of music, I would go, man, that sucks.
That's not Van Halen.
And that would be the end of the video.
1,400 subscribers. That sucks. 1,300 subscribers.
Exactly. There's a lot of music that I have not heard, and probably if I did, a lot of it I would be like, man, that's really, really awesome. Mm-hmm. And maybe you guys have some stuff that, you could recommend to me, with my taste of music, Van Halen, Alice in Chains, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, even going back to stuff like White Lion and even Poison, Motley Crue, and, 80s kind of rock. Is there a current band that, you guys think that I would really dig? Let me know and I'll listen to it. And maybe I will do some recording or a recording of reaction to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can pretty well guarantee you that it's going to be, man, that sucks.
Emails in the description.
Yep, absolutely. So, but I have thought of that, Alonzo.
It's one of those things you don't necessarily do live, right? You
Yeah.
just kind of do it, and if you get some kind of a gel, well, then that one gets published. If you scrap that.
Exactly. What's going on, Rock Daddy? Welcome in, sir.
My loud brother.
Always good to see Rock Daddy. Rock Daddy is good for a comment on every single short that I do. So thanks for all that support, Rock Daddy.
Yeah, good brother.
All right. Ben Tom says a B5. I guess that's when we were talking about different chords to go to. So out of context, a B5, that would probably sound horrible.
Or something that would make you feel better after you drank too much.
Like vitamin, yeah, nice shot.
Yeah. Let's see. What else is going on? Tom says, yo, everyone, sorry, bad internet here and hard to tag, but I love you all. So there you go.
Love you too, brother. Just glad to have you here.
brother.
Yep. Good to see you back, sir. We've all been worried about you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, exactly. Like Jay says, all been thinking about you, man.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you, Steve, on Sunday, and we'll go a little deeper into that
Theory.
Have a lesson prepared, Steve.
Yep.
Maybe that's another series we could do.
Could be. Yeah.
Music theory with Steve.
There we go. So that would be Saturday Steve's, right?
Saturday Steve. Before or after Steve from Boston? I mean, you got the Steve's.
Yeah. Jonathan McCulloch is here. Welcome in, sir. He says, Happy New Year, everyone. I'm back on guitar tomorrow. You guys are a huge inspiration, man. That's what we like to hear. That's the whole reason that we've been doing this, man, is just for stuff like that. People coming on saying, somebody at one point in the chat says, man, my guitar's been under my bed upstairs for the past 10 years, and listening to you guys, I went up and pulled it out and started playing. I was like, that's it, you know.
And to do a D minor.
Exactly. Pull it out, pull some, you know, play some power chords or something. Yeah. That's awesome,
Put it back
man.
under. Good enough.
All right. Let's see. Mr. BHB Jr. said sounded like The Cure. What, that little run there? I still can't play it right.
That's
I
it.
kind of like that now. Playing my own stuff again. I'm like, well, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Pretty soon I see a mirror in front of you coming up. You're going to put a mirror in front of you broadcasting. So
Oh, yeah. I have to
yourself.
watch myself, yeah.
and the
Actually,
fan.
I have it over here to the left, and I'm watching myself. You know,
guy looks good.
the monitor is in portrait mode, so I can, you know, yeah.
That sharp-looking
That's
fellow over there.
handsome dude there, man. Ooh.
Buddy. How are you doing?
Bent Tom says, TransTrem winning. Yes, sir. Let's see, 7 over 8. Jay says, what were you thinking when you wrote that riff? A, I was thinking, wow, that's a cool riff.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. Tom says, sorry, one hand is tied to an IV, so it's rough typing. Oh, man, so you're still under some care. Well, man, again, we wish you the best, man. Good to see you on here, though. Let's see. There he goes. There's a plus. I do have some hot nurses. Do they have it? Do they have the topless floor? You got to pay extra for that one. Insurance won't cover it. Yeah, Ferd says always a silver lining. Right on. Patty says White Lion is great. Had some good stuff, and that was one that, you know, as I was younger and I listened to them, I don't know what they were doing, but a lot of the stuff very melodic and sounded just fantastic. You know, so. And then come to find out that the guitar player, you know, was kind of an Eddie clone, and he's playing, you know, TransTrem guitar too, and you know, Eddie a big influence on him. So I'm like, no wonder I liked what he was doing. Rob says, when being creative by yourself, it wouldn't hurt to film it at the same time you're playing. For example, a close shot of your playing hand and chording hand, so you can go back and reference. A lot of times, that's a really, really good idea. You know, if you're sitting down to be creative and you're trying to come up with something, that's an absolute great idea, for sure.
At least use the phone to tape it.
Because I think I told the story on here is when I got the, I remember it distinctly when I got the EVH Shark guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I came home, I sat down, I dropped it down to drop D, and I just started playing. And a riff came out that I had never played before. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. And I kept playing on it for a bit, and a buddy came over. So I heard the doorbell and put the guitar down, went up, chatted with him for a while, did what we were doing, came back down, and I could not for the life of me remember what I did. Yeah, so certainly a great idea to record it.
Wasn't there a band, wasn't it U2? Somebody had a whole bunch of recorded ideas and songs and work that they were doing on their phone, and they lost their phone, and they were hooped.
Before the cloud.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that one. Let's see. Jeff H says, I can tell you that music theory helps you soar across the fretboard. Music is much more fun and free. Right on.
That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
Maybe I should start looking into that.
Take some of the trial and error out of it.
Cheech wants to know where 2023 went.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Behind the shed.
Behind the shed. It's done.
See ya.
Randy Price says Sundays rule because we get on here and jam with everybody in the community, for sure.
Great show.
Channel member Charles 75N has kicked down the door that we just repaired. Welcome in,
Hello,
Charles.
my friend.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Charles.
Cheech says that sounded more like Bush. I can see that. Yeah.
It does kind of sound like that Bush song. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, what do they got though? I don't know if that's the right key. That's the song I think he's thinking about. What's the name of that one? Can't remember. Breathe in, breathe out.
Machine Head?
Machine Head. That's right. Yeah.
Got a machine. That's an excellent chorus too. Got a machine. Head.
Jeff H. That's a great tone,
that
man.
is a great chorus, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Bent Tom. He used his member for 5 months chat to say hashtag hot nurses. There is nothing wrong with that, sir. Nothing wrong with that. Of course, he's not saying that they're all male nurses there, so.
But hey, Tommy, can I bring you anything? Yeah, a stack of singles.
Stack of singles and a pack of smokes.
Right?
We got
He's probably missing
KXM Rock is here. Snuck
Cold
in
brew
there
coffee.
somewhere.
Dicks,
Let's see. That's a great song, Patty, When the Children Cry, for sure. I can remember watching the video of that one. It was a good song.
Did you cry?
No. Andy says, all you need is rock and roll is White Line's best song, Fight Me. Well, I'm not going to fight you.
I can't even name one of their songs, so I'll take your word for it.
Well, Patty just named one.
I have seen them in concert too, open for AC/DC, I think it was.
But that was a pretty good concert.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Play Stadium.
What else is going on in the chat? Not a whole lot.
Actually, Bon Jovi was at the show too. We were on the floor. He was kind of standing in front of the booth there, the sound booth.
Oh, he
And
was just there.
Once people started recognizing him, he split pretty quick.
Yeah. I thought you meant he was there playing.
No, he was spectating. In town, probably making a record. Back in the 90s, this town was always full of musicians.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. KXM Rock says Radar Love cover on MTV. Right on. Breathe in, breathe out. Oh, that was back to the Machine Head stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
What song is Andy talking about here? Solo at the end of that song.
Probably
So
the
let's see.
Machine Head.
White Lion
Or
CD
White Lion.
Pride. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Anyway. So you got the telly there, John? You got something worked up for tonight? Can you make it TransTrem as you do it?
I could only once, probably.
Crack. But yeah, that was just kind of what I was thinking today was, obviously there's some theory behind some of that, but is there like a secret sauce that somebody could, if you're playing this G and this A there, if you go to this note with this, it's going to sound badass kind of thing.
Well, you know where you find a lot of hidden gems like that is in the classical music. Bach, for example, Smoke on the Water is Bach backwards.
Not Bach. That's right.
So the only problem with that is that you would have to go and you would have to listen to all the classical music to get that inspiration.
I mean, a lot of that was watching Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, right? where I learned to listen to most of my classical music.
Oh man, which way did he go? Let's see. Rock Daddy has a comment for you there, Trev.
Yeah, I was just reading that. Trev fills in on bass in a punk band for a house party. I was going to take my rig, but the guitar player talked me out of it. 500 watt PVT Max, 410s with a 15-inch BW. Black Widow?
Black Widow. Yep.
Yeah.
A bit much inside.
For the inside.
You know me. Turn it up, brother.
You know,
That sounds great.
I like a bass player that has, you know, it's got that thump to it. You know, you're standing there and he's going do 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 do, and your trust is going do 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 do. You know, with that, I love that. Nothing like that kind of. Of course, you don't have that stage volume anymore. Everybody's plugged into a pod, you know, and you get it through the PA.
I had a roommate for a little while. He's a bass player, and he had his precision bass plugged into his Gallon-Kruger head, and he had aluminum. What are they? Altec Lansing or whatever, those aluminum cone
Trace
speakers.
Elliott?
No, I know what you're thinking of, but I can't think of the name as well.
Right. Maybe they were Trace Elliott. But he would wake up, and I'd be sleeping, and we'd wake up. He'd start playing to Power Slave and play through the album for breakfast with his, his show rig in the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Nothing wrong with that.
Or Rust in Peace. Lots of good breakfast.
Nothing like a 15-inch speaker beside your bed and him going,
Different rooms. Still, the whole house was a rocking.
Making the egg move off your plate. Yeah.
yep.
Zach says, I don't know if you heard about Doc Danger is in the hospital. He has a very serious form of cancer. Well, that's not good to hear, man.
Who's Doc Danger?
I think he does another YouTube show. I've heard the name, but I'm not real familiar with him. There you go. Ken says
That's
it's Heart Key.
Heart.
Do you say it Heart Key or Heart Key?
I think they're
or-
just heart.
right.
With a,
Heart. I don't know. KXM Rock said it was Altec Lansing.
That's not so cute.
Sounds like a distance biker or something.
Jeff H says, can we hear each of you noodle a little solo featuring the flat 5 if you take requests? I don't know what that means, so
Couldn't put it in context, Jeff.
I have no, like
What
I said,
you could do though, Jeff, is come on Sunday and give us a little.
and show us how it's done.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. Well, I'm going to jam a little bit. Should we do a poll of what I should play?
It's going to be summer nights, but go ahead.
That'll probably be an option.
Yeah. What do you think, Trev? Let's see.
Do a big poll.
Do a poll.
Big
That's
one.
what she said.
Let's see. What? Let's see. First one we'll do is this here. Second one will be and we'll do another option. The
Banana phone.
Banana
phone.
with there we go. And let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll let that run for a little bit. And then we'll see. All right, what else is going on? Rob says Amsterdam. Yeah, right.
Still a work in
Peace
progress.
Watcher is here. He says anything by Zappa or Primus. Let's see. Bruce says flat 5 is also known as the blues note used in minor pentatonic. Turns it to the minor blues pentatonic. Oh, so you're just adding in that color note, basically. I think I use that all the time. You know, when I do
That's a minor third. I think he's talking about this.
That's it. I don't know. I have no music theory. I just play until it sounds good. See you, Andy. Enjoy your dinner, man.
To anybody.
Take care. Cheech says, check my brain. That wasn't one of the options. Let's Let's see. William says to shred out using what is that?
Locrian.
Locrian?
It's a mode.
Sounds like something you'd find on, the.
Isn't that a Star Trek or Star Wars thing?
I was about to say the
Island of
planet
Locrian
of
or something?
Klingon, a Locrian. They keep those as pets.
Locrians.
Or your kid comes to you because I'm low on crayons. Let's see. There he is. Herb, Fireside Studio channel member, has snuck in.
Cheers, Herb.
Saying hello. There we go. So Steve says, at me and Bruce, I'm talking about playing a D sharp power chord within an A minor progression. Okay.
Good for you.
Well, that will be interesting to see on Sunday. So Jeff says, for me, the flat 5 makes me feel like I'm using a human singing voice might do. So it's a melodic kind of thing that you're doing. Let's see. Peace Watcher says, isn't Locrian the one with only leftover notes that no actual piece exists in?
So, Locrian's all the shitty notes.
You know what? I know that scale very well. I can play that,
Flat
At the
second,
drop of a
flat
hat.
third, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7. So the only ones that aren't flat is the first and the fourth. That's your
So-
that's your formula for Locrian,
So all the leftovers.
right? Pretty much. Yeah.
I think some of that stuff, it exists, and it's named because it's there. But I think people that use it would be using it just to show that they can use it.
Now, if you are playing Locrian and you play in the key of B,
Yeah.
it's going to be B, C, D, E, F, G, A.
Okay.
B, C, D, E.
So it's basically the C major
F,
scale,
G.
just starting with the B instead. That's B Locrian. So again, it's context where you put it,
Well,
right?
all these modes and scales and blah blah blah, they're a major scale usually starting at a different point, and sometimes just some different.
That's how it
notes
works.
Added.
I mean,
Yeah.
and
Pretty much.
There's
And
7
that's
of
where
them,
the circle of fifths come into there somewhere.
Peach Watcher says maybe I'm thinking of Mixolydian.
Or maybe you're thinking of Phrygian.
right? So like D Dorian.
Or
all
Lydian.
notes.
I'm gonna have to go upstairs and mix a Lydian myself. I'm thirsty.
Mixolydian is only flat 7.
Well, yeah. So I mean, what is it that makes these different scales a different scale? I mean,
The
Based
context. The root,
off
the
your
root
C
that
major
you're
scale.
playing in.
well, I keep hearing people on YouTube talk about, oh, that's an Indian scale, or that's a Japanese
those
an
get away
Indian
from
scale.
Western
That's the
music.
official
and
No,
title.
all
no,
different kind of
serious.
theories.
That's an India scale or whatever. What is it? Let's see. Well, I'm really screwing this up. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of exotic scales, and some of them cross over.
They're
with
not.
each other.
It's all about. What's Steve-O saying there? He's probably saying something smart. Super Locrian. That's right.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it's again right. That one song that we've been playing. But even like Satriani. So play E minor over that. E minor. Just jam over this.
Yeah.
That's Lydian.
It
That's
fits.
Lydian.
It fits.
But it's E.
Yeah.
But to me, it's E minor. Play E minor over a C progression. There's C Lydian, which is E minor. Exactly.
Yeah. Just play notes that sound good.
Well, it's super useful, right? Because it's the same patterns, right? basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you learn the
Sometimes-
patterns, it's all the same patterns. It's where you're starting and stopping and emphasizing and not emphasizing, right? Because I remember years ago I was talking to Steve about Flying in a Blue Dream and how much I love that. And, oh, what's C Lydian? I said, well, it's
Well,
E minor. He's like,
right
well,
here,
you can't think of it as E minor. I said, bullshit, I can't.
Yeah. There's only
But
12
his
notes,
point-
dang it.
Yeah, but his point is that when you start thinking about it in that context, so it doesn't fucking matter really. But you start thinking, okay, so I'm not going to resolve this lick down to E, right? It's not going to go.
Right.
'Cause it never does, right?
Right.
You're playing in C, so where do you resolve back to is to C, right?
Yep.
In which is 1, 2, 3, the fifth, sixth in the mate. Fucking.
Something like that.
Let's start doing that, and I'm like, I'm 51 years old. I'm here to have fun. I don't fucking care.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's what he said. I can cause headaches with discussions of altered scales and synthetic modes. Tee hee.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're already giving me a headache.
It's all about the tonal center. That's well said, Steve. That's exactly right. Well, it is, right? If your tonal center's in C, that's gonna, and you're playing E over it,
Yeah.
that's one thing. So if you tonal center's in C and you're playing a C major, that's Ionian, or I can't remember the other fucking
Whatever.
Dorian. Sorry. And then if you so it's like a click.
Yep. Herb says that we save the shitty notes for when he comes on the show.
Oh no. We all have our big bag of shitty notes.
We have them. Let's see. Blue Mock says, I'm pretty sure Madonna uses those scales mixed in her skin tone.
Good one.
Peace Watcher says that Satriani is certainly an artist who always describes his work in terms of modes, keys, and etc.
And the sick thing is he could be playing along and you could yell stop, and wherever his finger is, he could tell you where it is, what part in the scale it is, and why it is he's playing that note.
Mm-hmm.
He's that good. It's like fuck. I'll take my telly back now.
All about
my
the
shirt
tonal
back.
center.
Yep.
See, I enjoy some dissonance, in the Slayer and the Black Sabbath, the devil tone, the tritone.
Jeff says
But you-
it's like meeting a guy named Ionian whose alphabet starts on C. Dorian starts his alphabet on D. And a guy named
Phrygian.
Phrygian who starts his alphabet on E. Same stuff offset by starting a different note.
Yeah,
Well said, Jeff. Yeah.
right. I think. Yeah.
So why wouldn't it be called Sionian then? It starts with a C. Dorian
What
makes
happens-
sense.
It all
starts
goes
on a
back
D.
to Latin, right? Yeah.
But Phrygian isn't exclusively E, right? And neither is
Well, it should start with an F because it sounds like an F. Phrygian.
No,
Stop
but
with the PH bullshit. Fancy names.
That mode is fat. PH.
again, the E in Phrygian is all the whole notes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the way.
That's
Each letter
Phrygian
has
right
its
there.
mode where it'll be all the whole notes, not letters.
Yeah. Bruce says it all here, though. One thing for sure is if you don't play, you don't get better.
Exactly.
Let's see what's going on with the poll.
There's a poll. Oh,
Look
right.
at there. The Pink Floyd type jam with John is what everybody wants.
Right on.
So fire it up, John.
55.
So we
Which
got
one are we doing?
the
Aren't
20
we doing
minutes
the epic? That's
of
you.
nonstop. No, that's you, man.
The 20-minuter?
Yeah, they want the Pink Floyd blues jam.
I'm gonna just turn off my camera and let you two be on screen.
You've got that loaded up, buddy, not me.
Yeah. I'll let's see. Dan Gorman's here. Says if you can figure out how to mesh every key and chord to work together, you are the master.
Yeah, sounds like this.
Perfect. All right. Let me figure out where I'm at on this guitar. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, let's see. Let's get this here. You ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
Let me check the volume on this real quick. Hang on. Let me do this. Sometimes this gets off a little bit. I gotta make sure. There we go. There we go there. All right, let's do it. Can you hear that?
I can hear it. Yep.
How's that for ending on a flat note?
It's perfect.
Oh man, you did
cool.
great, John. That was cool.
It was fun.
You play that thing for that long, it's like, okay, what do I do next?
Well, it's funny. The first go around, because I think we only did 2 each, basically. I think you ended up with the third one. But anyways, the first go around, it was totally in my head. It's like, oh, fuck, this thing's hard to play. I don't want to play anymore. The second time around, I just put the gain on and said, fuck it. Played.
You're going to hit all of those Lycorian notes or whatever.
Exactly. Right.
All those leftover ones. So what is going on in the chat? Nothing. Nobody's talking. I'm hoping that since the chat just kind of shuts down, that everybody's just like, laying back and chill and listening and, sipping on their beer or whatever
Still
it is.
says we
that
have 47,000 watching.
Yep.
Yep. We got a few.
That's good.
Rock Daddy's drinking vodka. Nelson's got some pizza and dry wings.
Talk amongst
Dry
yourself.
wings, huh?
I have to pee. Dry toast. Dry toast. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's better than moist toast.
Yeah.
Unless you're looking for like the cinnamon bread. You slather it. Did you do that as a kid? You had sugar and you put cinnamon in it and shake up the thing and then sprinkle it all over your toast.
Cinnamon
man.
toast.
That's good stuff. Bird says that he's so relaxed, he's just got to nod out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't we fix that? We're going to be wrapping up here in a few, so I got to do it. Right?
Yeah, better rip.
I gotta make sure she's in the right. Yeah, I think she's good. All right, let's get over here. There we go. push all these buttons. It's certainly not a hot summer night, but gotta love playing that.
Yeah.
What's the temperature there, Ryan?
Let's see. My trusty Apple Watch says that it is 35 degrees outside Fahrenheit. So to
That's
you,
chilly,
that would
isn't
be
Almost
what was that
freezing.
in Celsius? Almost freezing.
That's couple degrees. You know,
In Georgia?
Yes, sir.
I always had the impression that Georgia was warm kind of all the time.
Nope, it gets down pretty cold. We're expecting maybe some snow flurries over the weekend or something. So,
ours is coming next week, John.
yep. So we will see. We will see.
See, right now we're about 40.
Really? So
It was
Well,
raining
colder.
stopped for a bit.
colder here than it is up in Canada, eh?
Well, this particular corner.
Right?
Yep.
Yep. Well, I think that's about all we've got for tonight.
Yep.
Anybody in the chat have anything? There we go.
36
There's something in the
already.
chat. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.
Yes, it did sound great.
All right. Well,
Great.
I guess we will plan on seeing. Did I see? Hang on a minute.
Hold on a tech.
Hold on just a second here.
Back it up. Back it up.
I could have swore. Maybe it's just my imagination. I could have swore I saw Charles Green in the chat. Was I mistaken?
75 in, I see.
75 in.
Yeah,
Okay.
doctor's in the house.
Saw him earlier. All right.
Ooh, baby.
I guess I missed it. Well, I heard from Charles Green a little earlier. He had been feeling under the weather. So I'm going to pass on a hello to everybody from Charles. So he's anxious to get back. Hopefully Sunday, maybe see him jamming with us. So
That would be nice.
once again, anybody that's brave enough to come on and jam with us, hit some of those sour notes with us,
Right.
just send me an email. Link is over there, and we'll get you in here on Sunday. Sunday.
Sunday, we'll rent you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Ryan Fraley was asking about the book.
All right. And what is that book?
It's Steve Vai's Videology.
Okay. Videology.
And I mean, it's a great book. It's well written. Lots of
Excuse me. Jesus
stuff in there.
Christ.
Talks about circles of fifths and all that.
I would probably just look at the pictures.
There's some nice pictures, but there's some good stuff in here too. I'd buy it again if I had to. I'll give it, 4 out of 5 stars. Hardcover would be nice.
So 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Anybody watch?
Quarters erect.
Anybody ever watch the Chappelle Show back in the day? Dave Chappelle.
A bit.
A little bit.
Not religiously, but a bit.
A lot of funny stuff on there. There's just
Yeah, he's great.
a bit I was thinking of there with that. All right, guys. I think we're done. So we'll see everybody. See everybody Sunday.
Sunday.
Cheech is calling for Check My Brain. Maybe on Sunday. Maybe Sunday we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll beat up Quentin again for you.
Yeah. And the reason I say that is because I have played that song, but I probably have forgotten it by now. So I have to refresh my memory on how to play it. So, all righty. Well, thanks for everybody coming, hanging out, spending a little time with us this evening. I had fun. We got 38 watching, so everybody's bailed already. So,
Yep, they're gone.
Yep. So we'll see everybody next time around, and keep on rocking. And
the free
remember what the great guitarist once said. Wrong button.
Eddie Van Halen here, telling you, keep playing, man. Gotta keep playing. It's the only thing there is. Music, man. Keep playing. All right? I'm gonna come looking for you if you don't.
Also give a big shout out and thanks to our channel members once again. Big, huge round of appreciation for everybody that's supporting the channel. I want to thank you very, very much. So, Sunday.
Fun day.
Sunday. We'll see everybody then. Bye.
Ciao.
Backwards, building backwards, living
this,